Vic XL. And just like that, once again, it's on.
And just like that, once again, it's on. What's up, world? It's your boy, Vic XL. This is the Ridin Durty Show, the Ridin Durty Podcast. We bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life. We are bringing you what's next right now. I got to start the show off by saluting to my whole Mexican massive. What's up to my man, Hola, Carlos, on the check-in. Definitely got to check in. Everybody on Facebook Live, always checking in, man. Y'all jump on faster than me, man. It's like y'all set y'all day and timer to the Ridin Durty Show, and I really, really, truly appreciate that. Got to start this show off by always saying one time to our amazing sponsors. I got to say one time to Dr. Juice Cleanse. That's right. Dr. Juice Cleanse, a longtime sponsor of the Ridin Durty Show, and Dr. Juice Cleanse, a all-natural cleanser that does all kind of amazing things for your body, like help you lose up to 25 pounds in 10 days. Also, it helps remove mucus and toxins from your body. Also, it helps slow down the aging process, as well as help eliminate stress. Also, it can help, and I think this is very, very important, because when I say remove mucus and toxins, it helps cure bad breath. It helps get rid of stinky poop. And what I mean by that is there are things in your body, that causes these problems. And Dr. Juice Cleanse helps remove those things. It's mucus, it's toxins, it's stuff that builds up in your body that we have no idea that it's there. But you know what? I'm not a doctor. I'm just a user. If you want to find out more information about this amazing product, do me one huge favor and visit drjuicecleanse.com. Find out about the product, order some, and let them know you heard about it from the Ridin Durty Show and Vic XL, and they'll give you a cool little discount. All right? All right. Also, got to say one time to our sponsor, WMR Music Group. WMR Music Group, they are a marketing, promotion, and branding company. If you're an artist out there and you know that you have something good and you have a brand that you stand behind, definitely contact WMR Music Group. If you got a hot new song and you feel like, you know what, I just need the DJs playing this song in the club, then WMR Music Group got the remedy for you. If you have the dope visuals and you feel like I just need the world to see my visuals, well, make sure you contact WMRmusicgroup.com. Or if you're an artist and you have an amazing story, you just need your story told, then contact WMRmusicgroup.com. WMR Music Group, and they can help you. Now, you can find out more information about this amazing company by visiting WMRmedia.com. Find out about them, find out some of the people they've worked with, and also find out about the 6-month artist development program that will definitely help get you in the game. Okay? All right, and make sure you let them know Vic XL and the Ridin Durty Show sent you. I appreciate that. Okay, now, today is Friday, January the 25th. Damn. It's like we were just saying Happy New Year. January is almost over already. And I got to send some happy birthday shout-outs real quick. I got to say happy birthday to the lovely Miss Alicia Keys. She turns 37 years old today. I also got to say happy birthday to Memphis rapper I Love Memphis. You might remember him from the song he had, Hit the Quan, Hit the Quan. He turns 25 years old today. Also got to say happy birthday to Indy, Florida rapper, my man Rob Stone. He turns 23 years old today, as well as legendary West Coast pioneer representing that California IA, my man Pooh Man, turns 47 years old today. Also got to say rest in peace and happy birthday to great blues legend, Miss Ella James, as well as I click over to my Facebook family and friends, I got to say happy birthday to one of my guys who's definitely been representing A for years. Got to say happy birthday to one of the co-hosts to one of my favorite radio shows up at WRFG 89.3 FM. I got to say happy birthday to my man Big Al. All right? All right. Now, let me click on over here a little bit. Check out a little what's going on in the hip-hop world, in the hip-hop community. Okay. All right. Now, y'all know rapper C Murder has been incarcerated for a while. Well, it seems as if C Murder is reaching out to Meek Mill. Basically, he's seen Jay-Z and Meek Mill just started their prison reform. He's seen how the world got behind Meek Mill. He's seen how Meek Mill is going back definitely trying to lend a helping hand and getting a lot of people sentence shortened or free. Well, he's reached out to Meek Mill for some help, and hopefully Meek Mill will be able to help C Murder, even if it's just getting his time lessened a little bit. Hopefully Meek Mill will go help a lot of people. BG, XX Tentacion, man, maybe this new prison reform started by him and Jay-Z and others will see some lighter sentences and some innocent people set free. We'll just have to sit back and watch, okay? All right, gotta say one time to my man Action Bronson. He just announced he has a second book coming out, and it's called Stone Beyond Belief. Action Bronson is definitely doing his thing. He's a dope MC, but he also has a dope TV show called Damn That's Good. And now this is his second book called Stone Beyond Belief. So one time for him. All right. Now I'm strolling on down, and it seems, this week it was announced that Chris Brown had been basically picked up for allegedly rape. Well, Chris Brown is free. He's still in Paris doing his thing, but he's free. He has basically filed a suit to sue his accuser for falsely saying he done something he didn't do. And it seems like when it first was announced, Eve came down really, really hard on Chris Brown. Well, after seeing what has transpired in a few weeks, she has issued a cool little apology. So I love it when rappers can sit back and say, you know what, I was wrong. I jumped to conclusion, and Eve has issued an apology. Maybe until further notice, but right now she apologizes. Gotta say one time, my man DMX. DMX has officially been released from prison, and I think that is really, really dope. Hey man, DMX, stay free, stay the hell out of trouble. Maybe give us some good joints. Gotta say one time for my man Drake. He just linked his first Hollywood movie deal. He's just signed with a company called Mogul Film Company to develop some shows and movies. So we're going to see what my man Drake has in store when it comes to the movies and that big screen. We're gonna see. And last but not least, I gotta say one time for Mary J. Blige. She was in a movie on Netflix last year, 2018, called Mudville. Well, it seems like she's in a new Netflix movie called The Umbrella Academy, and they just released a trailer for it. So if you get a chance, go check out Mary J on Netflix. Oh, my last piece of hip-hop news. I gotta say this because this woman is definitely moving and shaking and doing her thing. Gotta say one time to Miss Cardi B. Cardi B has announced and confirmed her residency in Las Vegas, which means she will be doing an ongoing show on the Las Vegas Strip. So if you're ever in Las Vegas and you want to check out Cardi B, hit up one of the casinos, one of the music halls, and she will definitely be rocking. And I'm telling you, those cats get paid. So one time for Cardi B for definitely doing her thing and finna definitely bring home that bag in 2019. All right, I've gave y'all hip-hop news. I've definitely let y'all know who birthdays it is, and let you know about our amazing sponsors. And now it's time for me to give you what I enjoy giving you guys most, and that's the word on the street. And the people are definitely molding and shaking our community, whether it's through arts, entertainment, authorism, whatever's going on. If you got the positive vibes and you doing good in the hood, then the Ridin Durty Show is a platform for you. And today is no different. I have the opportunity to talk to this gentleman for the second time. He's a dope, amazing producer, and we're going to pick his brain and just see what's going on. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and watch me mispronounce his name again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Ridin Durty Show, Mr. Fidem Beats. Did I say it wrong again, man?
Good. Hey, what's happening, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. All right, it's Fidem. Pronounce your name for me. I always mess it up.
Yeah, you said it right, man. You got it right. I'm pretty sure you got that shit right the first time, too. It's Fidem Beats, man.
Fidem Beats. All right. Before we get into this brand new project you got going, that's definitely in the marketplace, let's bring people up to speed, because I know you're brand new to the hip hop, trap, EDM music production game. Let the people know where you're from and what made you start producing, and how come your sound is so dope in less than 2 years.
Yeah, man, I'm from Bristol, Tennessee, natively from Abingdon, Virginia. It's just up the road, like 50 minutes. Yeah, I got into this, man, back when I was listening to Tupac in high school, shit like that. Pac really spoke to me. I grew up in a poverty-stricken situation, and, you know, I, like everyone else that listened to hip-hop or any other genre of music, you know, we look for a reason to believe in something greater than what we're dealing with. And, you know, hip-hop music was an escape. The Biggies, the Pacs, you know, the Jay-Z's, it was an escape from the reality I was living in. Because I heard in their stories of their music that they wrote about some shit-like situations that they, you know, have lived through, but they came out on top. But, you know, it was nothing less than a hard hustle and being extremely motivated that helped them get to the top from where they came from. And that's what inspired me and motivated me.
All right, now, with that inspiration, because, you know, Pac, man, he birthed a whole generation of hip-hoppers. With that information and growing up in the area that you did, still, what made you turn to music? Because that's not the easiest thing to turn to.
Yeah, no doubt. I just looked around me, man, and everyone seemed so unhappy. When I was a kid, you know, when you're a kid, you're just happy all the time. You know, you don't know why you're happy. You've got this imagination and all this shit. And I looked around me, and everyone just seemed like they hated life and shit. And I paid a lot of attention, conscious attention, not just superficial attention. You know, people going to work all the time. People, you know, hated their life and the jobs that they had to work just to, you know, provide a house over their kids' shoulders and stuff like that. And I just didn't like it. And I was like, I've got to do something different. But I wanted to be a voice where some people could rely on what I said. You know, I wanted to be a voice that would encourage people and motivate people. So I want to reiterate a bit. It wasn't just hip-hop that inspired me. It was conscious hip-hop that inspired me. You know, because we could all write tracks, you know, every single day about, you know, fucking people, doing drugs and trapping. But I think it takes a really beautiful soul to make conscious music that's talking about some of the social stigmas we go through and some of the things that a lot of people are afraid to talk about because it's a bit too taboo, you know?
All right, now, and you're very, very correct in that, because it seems like a lot of times, and that's one of the negative stigmas on hip-hop, a lot of people feel like the artists that do hip-hop are ignorant or have very little to say. They're not even socially conscious. And so for you to even gravitate that, I think that's really, really dope. As a producer, how long did it take you to create and craft your sound, and what was that first piece of equipment you got?
I'll start with the first piece of equipment. It was a laptop. It was a very old laptop. It took me a long time to develop my sound. I'm still developing my sound. I'm writing a book. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But in this book, I'm talking about how, you know, us as producers, we sometimes think that we develop our sound from the get, and us knowing what that sound is what makes all of their instrumentation. But I'm always developing my sound. Like every single beat I make is completely different than the last one. So that, you know, that's something that's going to be a career-long journey. You know, the first piece of equipment being the laptop and getting Fruity Loops Studio, I think it was like FL2, and, you know, all the people listening with that, they're going to understand that that was like years ago. But just trying to understand, you know, how to make something out of a couple of different instruments turn into full songs, you know, that have every single instrument, every melodic key to it, every piece of drum pattern in it, and make it sound real, like it's live, like live instruments are playing it. That is something that took me I'd say a solid 3 or 4 months. All I did, man, was watch YouTube tutorial after YouTube tutorial. I loved watching the Metro Boomin Cook-Up series on YouTube. I loved watching the Zaytoven Cook-Up series on YouTube. And then I watched a lot of Internet Money, Curtis King, Taz Taylor, just trying to understand what and where they got their sauce from, because I just feel like, you know, the creative energy can be molded in infinite ways. There's no limitation to it after you figure out the direction you want to go in. And it just took me about 3 or 4 months to really figure that out. And then ever since then, I've just been, perfecting for my own mentality, my own sound of what I want to drive out of music.
All right, now you have a distribution deal. Tell us a little bit about your distribution deal that you got going on, because the last time we spoke, we played some beats, but it's definitely progressed since the last time we spoke. Tell us about the distribution deal, the company, and let's talk a little bit about the project that's before us.
Yeah, by all means. The distribution deal I got was through Infinite Records. It's through Infinite Elements. It's a Vivid North subsidiary company. Brian Moore, the CEO, he was like, yo, bro, I like your sound. It was kind of crazy how we met, because he just found my stuff online and, hit me up. And he was like, I know you don't know a lot about the business side of things right now, because it's obvious to me that you just got started. He had scoped out my accounts, and he just wanted to help me because he felt like I had a pretty decent business mind, but he wanted to help me fully utilize that. Because indeed, I think the only thing that, holds us back as artists or producers is the smoke and mirrors, because there's so many different ways we can do a million things with marketing, with distribution, with, videos. And a lot of us just do not know how to do it, don't want to feel like we're dumb publicly, so we're afraid to ask about it. So he kind of wanted to help me skip that process and just show me how the stuff was done. We did a couple of projects. We dropped a joint track called Moscato with D-Rye and a couple other artists off of his label. It was phenomenal. And then I just started playing a lot of shows. I kind of stepped back from being an artist because I was like, bro, man, yeah, it's dope having shows, having, 100, 200 people watching you do your thing on stage, but it wasn't bringing in enough money. You know what I'm saying? And that's about the situation I was in the last time we talked. I was just feeling a bit burnt out from playing too many shows and having bills pile up. So I went back to the drawing board, and I was like, man, I can pump out 2 beats, 3 beats a day if I really grinded hard on it. So I was like, what I need to do is focus on building up a platform where I can, make a beat a day, because that's, not sacrificing beat quality or anything like that. Get that distributed every single day of the week unless I'm dead. And just build up my brand by reaching out to artists that have music I really feel, and do joint projects with anyone that I believe in, make the rest of the artists purchase the beats. And then I added an extra wing to it, to where everything that I produce gets distributed on, Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify, Beatport, the other 250 online retailers. So what I did is kind of jumped ahead a bit in the algorithm, because now it's being recognized by all the computer systems as I'm a very active producer, and it ranks me on some of the higher search results as opposed to other people. So it's gotten me a following enough where I've made a full-time income off of just making beats and uploading them. And I hear a lot of people are doing that online right now. And I just think it's absolutely fantastic.
All right, now, that's definitely a change from what last time we talked. What made you, I know you say you were burnt out from doing the shows, but it seemed like you also done a large amount of research, because I know people who make beats and they're just basically begging cats to purchase their beats. Like, what made you even go in the right direction to find the research or the information to basically turn your beats into a living?
Well, I mean, there was more than just selling beats that came with it. I wound up getting an endorsement deal through a company that sells CBD products. They sell, hemp flower that you smoke. It's just like the real shit, but it's hemp. They sell anything to do with weed, but just CBD. And that wound up being and still is a primary source of income. The secondary source of my income comes from beat sales, but I kind of hacked the way that works too. Because online, you just like everybody else will see whenever you're doing something in this industry, everybody's looking for a handout. They want a free beat, or they want a verse for free, or they want something for free. Well, I did research with PROs, you know, your companies that collect the mechanical royalties and performance royalties of your instrumentation or your songs that you've made with a voice in it. And I learned that if I connected the ISRC to any instrumental that I released on the distribution platform through Spotify, iTunes, and all the other distributors, that they will collect my royalties anytime they see my beat that pops up online. So what I can do is I can sit back here and give beats away for free, right? And anyone who uses any of my beats on any song that they create, when they distribute it, I get back in royalties without them even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? Because it pops up on my server as far as on the PRO, and they pay me the respective royalty rate, which is about 9 pennies per stream for any time that's streamed. So you could do the math. I've released 100 beats over this past year. You know, say 10 people, you know, get every single one of those beats, which isn't even unheard of. You know, a lot of my projects have been downloaded by the multiples of thousands of times. That's 9 pennies per play that their song gets after they've made it, times 100 beats. You know what I'm saying? That shit's going to get astronomical in 2 more years.
Man, that's crazy and super smart. You said you're writing a book, and we're gonna come back to the project. You said you're writing a book. What would this book be about, and how soon can we expect the book?
Yeah, the book is for artists. I'm working on 2 for a consecutive series. The first one, where it's going to be a little easier for me to get out and to develop a writing voice, is for artists. I'm about 5 chapters deep in it right now, and it's to explain to artists the exact method that I utilized last year to make a business out of my hobby. Because I see so many different instructional videos on YouTube and instructional videos online and all of these blog posts about how to do this or how to do that, but there's not one piece of pliable material that you can get a hold of in your hand and read from A to Z and know how to do what you need to do. And I just felt like it's really important because I work with a lot of people in person. A lot of people come by the studio and I'll record their tape for them, or I'll record their album for them, or I'll produce for them. But then, you know, it all adds up to that climax to where they're like, yes, I've got this in my hand now. I'm ready to release it. And then they all ask the same question: what do I do now? Because the majority of people are like, yo, it's all about making the music, but making music is only that is the 100% equation that it takes to make it in this industry, especially with so many different people wanting to be artists and so many different people being able to go and grab a microphone and be considered an engineer or whatever you want to call them. So I want to help as many people as I can out understand all the steps that is necessary for them to take in order to make a living off of this trade. Because anyone can do it. They just have to put in the elbow grease, you know?
All right, okay, that's definitely true. I think a lot of people think that, you know, being an artist or being a producer is just about the skill set, and they tend to lack either the business knowledge or the fortitude to even get the information to apply it like you have.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I work hard. I just don't feel like I can be one of those people that can just lay back and watch my life live itself. You know, I just feel like I've got to impact as many people as I can with knowledge. You know, God gives knowledge to anyone that seeks knowledge. So I feel like, you know, I can help people find that knowledge and they can live a better, happier life as long as they do not mind to do the hard work. But then it's on them after the fact. I won't feel like a bum by not sharing what I know.
Right. All right, so look, let's talk about this project that you have. Because the song that you sent me, I love the song, and it's definitely doing the knowledge. It's definitely not just some, you know, mumbo jumbo rap. It's definitely uplifting. But let's talk about this project that you have coming. And also, I gotta say one time for you for having physical copies. A lot of people who don't do physical copies anymore. I think that's dope. But tell us about the project, the title, some of the cats you worked with on it, and where can we find it?
Yeah, the track, it's spelled Y-U-H, was the craziest concept A couple of my dudes came through the studio one day, and we was just smoking and chilling. And, you know, normally the last thing I ever do is get on a track. I have to be a special kind of inspired to rap on a track nowadays, where all I do is make beats and engineer for people. And James Cruz, he was on that shit. The only thing he said on that whole track was "yeah." He did the overdubs in the hook. That's all he said the whole damn track. He was like, "Bro, why don't you make this seriously dope, conscious track?" Because we dropped that track, Kids, right before then. And he was like, "Why don't you talk about the last year, the struggles you had to overcome, where you were, where you came from, what." You know, how you got in this position and how you feel like you are. And I was like, man, that would be so dope. We can make something pretty powerful. Not a lot of people are really going to catch on to it because, you know, they're just going to think it's a track like every other track is. But I was like, I feel like we need a couple more people in it. So I hit up my boy, $1 Million. He's from Philly, but he's been dropping crazy music over the past year himself. And he's got that artistic vision that I value so much. He's a videographer as well. We got him on that second verse. I was on the first verse, and he was, you know, talking about his last year and the come up. You know, the hook comes back around, and it's just so ignorant. That hook is purposely ignorant just to catch people off guard. And then an artist I signed under me and handle his distribution and his engineering. We got him on the third verse, and he's crazy. He goes by Avoid K. He came in here and dropped some crazy lyrics about his father and everything like that on a previous track, and that's why I wound up grabbing him up. And he just killed it on that third verse and brought it home for us. So it was just important for me to convey important messages in my music, and that's why I refuse to be a rapper unless I have something I got to get off my chest. Or if I feel like there's some broke-ass kid at home, just like I was when I was a kid and listened to rap music for, you know, the first few times that really made me fall in love with it, I want to reach out to someone with my music and grab them and, you know, let them know, yo, man, I've been through it too, but it's all going to be okay. Look at what you can do, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that project came to light, man.
All right. And is it currently distributed by the same people that you've been working with, or who's distributing, and where are the platforms people can find it?
Yeah, I actually distributed that through my company, Lander. They're phenomenal. I work hand in hand with them. Anytime I do any work with Infinite Elements, it's collaborative efforts within their group.
90
so
seconds.
Much phenomenal things that come from that. Anyone can find on any streaming platform, whether it be Spotify, just even on YouTube. They can hit it on SoundCloud if they don't pay for a streaming service. But it's also on Apple Music, Tidal, the other 250 online retailers that just about anyone in the world uses. It's even in China too. I was actually able to send that one through Alibaba. So it's like that was one of the first releases I was able to get in China. So I think
60
that's
seconds.
crazy. I've done touched so many different countries this past year with letting people hear music, and it's so beautiful to me because a lot of my instrumentation doesn't have words in it. So I'm like, I know people can feel emotions from the music regardless if they don't understand what we're saying as, you know, native English-speaking Americans.
All right, I definitely, yeah. Because a lot of times they can recognize the vibration, they recognize that bump, that thump. So definitely, you know, like even with my show, I have a huge following in Mexico, and they can't speak English, but they recognize the song when it comes on, and you know they're picking up on it.
Yeah.
So you never know how that music touches other nations and other countries, even though we're speaking a different language.
10 seconds.
I mean, we live in a day and age right now that our grandparents, you know, and ancestors would die for. It just, and that brings me back to earlier in our conversation. It blows my mind how many people underutilize technology right now. We can move mountains with a click of a mouse, my man.
You're definitely right. So look, we're about to run out of time on this interview. We've definitely gave them all the pertinent information that we need to give them. But I want you to do is, first of all, let them know how to find you on social media, but also let them know about your website, because I was checking out your website and artists can, you know, get with you about purchasing beats. Like just let them know how to find you. because there are definitely a lot of artists that I know who definitely need to be coming your direction and getting some tracks.
Yeah, I appreciate the love, bro. Yeah, I'm Fidem Beats, and spelled FIDEM BEATS. You can find me anywhere on the web if you just search Fidem Beats. You can Google me and all my shit pops up. My website's fidembeats.com. I have royalty-free instrumentals on there, so you don't have to worry about, any bullshit. You can even download any of my beats on my website for free if you're going to use them for promo use only. I try to show love and give love anywhere I can, my man. I appreciate you having me on.
All right, do me a favor. Let's close out by you introducing this joint.
Let's do it. This right here is called Yeah, and it's going to bite your head off.
Appreciate it, my G.
Yeah, anytime, bro. Take it easy.
Been a long year, can I talk about it? My condition was a poor man's thoughts of a cardboard box, but I had to cut the walls about it. I was trapped inside the confines of my own mind. I had to find my purpose and leave my wife. I had to mow my lawn just to sleep at night. Kill snakes in your way to succeed at life. Take no shortcuts, just a day at a time. And I'm on another level when I'm writing these rhymes. About to turn 26, that I'm hitting my prime. I was waiting through shit, now I'm feeling divine. All these superficial thoughts have me falling behind. Now I'm walking with Jesus, turning water to wine. Moonwalking on the water, it's a game of the mind. Call me full-time music, ain't no 9 to 5. They became art, drinking Amazon is mine. Burning on this chronic, I just don't give a fuck. Yeah, haters talk a lot, but I can't really hear that much. I'm still burning on this loud, speakers blasted out my truck. We go, yeah, on you bitches talking about us in a cut. I've been going hard for the past year. Hit the mall, throw a stack at the cashier. Bought a new whip, bought a new chain. Even put a ring on my boot thing. It was all good, but it do change. And I ain't gonna lie, shit too strange. She told me she don't like the way I do things. To the family, I had to make a new lane. But it's hard when you're switching from the trap, trying to work it 9 to 5, man, this shit ain't where it's at. At this rate, I can never save a stack. How the fuck I'm supposed to get up on the mat? She asked me if I know what the risk is. I tell her that ain't none of your business. I grew up in the worst of conditions. You can never understand what this shit did. On this chronic, I just don't give a fuck. Yeah, haters talk a lot, but I can't really hear that much. I'm still burning on this loud, speakers blasted out my truck. We go, yeah, on you bitches talking about us in a cut. I told you I'm back with a vengeance. All for the fall, but you bitches don't listen. I quit doing dishes and tend to count digits. And look, I done got kids and a girl that'll cook. Flipping my killer to rake in a book. My life is just like a book. Open it up, take a look. Broken to start, but I found my new hook. And I'm bout it till my dying day, till I'm outy. I'm rowdy, got bills to be paid. No more hard labor for minimum wage. Raking up paper, smoking on Jamaica for the last 365 days. I done spent all my time either working or flipping or cooking. Like I have been stuck in the kitchen. God damn it, I think I'm in need of a break. Burning on this chronic, I just don't give a fuck. Yeah, haters talk a lot, but I can't really hear that much. I'm still burning on this loud, speakers blasted out my truck. We go, yeah, on you bitches talking about us in a cut.
That was my man Fidem Beats. The name of that joint was Yeah. Right here on the Ridin Durty show, man. We'll definitely be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. It's your boy Vic XL. Yeah.